Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Jelim's vlog. It's been a while, I have to admit. Apologies if I get interruptions from a furry one. I haven't closed the door and he is still inside. So he's actually down here right now. Just checking things out, seeing who I'm talking to. He's very friendly. So yeah, I thought it best that I get back on board and try and film a couple more videos to do with writing and what I'm doing there, because obviously, yeah, everyone loves to see a cute dog. Yes, you. However, this really isn't a channel that I started for a dog, it was a channel that I started for my writing, so I thought I'd best get back into that. In saying that, I'm currently in the process of doing several projects, mostly my continuous story stuff, but I've also currently got The Birth of a Monster going through editing processes, namely beta reads at the moment, before I send it off for the major copy editing. Or line editing, whatever you want to refer to, which is where they go line by line for language and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm really not in the place right now where I can film a writing video, because anything that I do to do with the lore or the background or anything like that, that's going to seem like spoilers to me and to you. And anything that I do to do with the editing process, that could also be spoilers as well. So I am going to do editing videos, however they will probably be much closer to the time where the book is going to be published, which I still hope to be before the end of the year, but it will depend on how long the editing process takes and how many times I have to read over my own work, because it's a bit similar to like actors who don't like to watch themselves. Like, yeah, a little bit similar to that, but more like I know the story already, so why do I need to read over it 50 times? But at the same time, I need to read over it 50 times so that it's perfected for publishing. So yeah, it's a bit of a thing that I'm coming to terms with, so to speak, seeing as this is my first round of publishing. So, with all that out of the way, so that you know what's currently going on with me, apart from the furball, I am going today to play some games with you. This video will be split up into two parts, simply because I've got a feeling it will be a long video. Yeah, I'm sure some of you have heard of the games to do with, please stop chewing me. Stop it, stop it. You want to be on camera too, is that what this is? Here you go, say hi to the people, say hi to the people. Yes, I know. You're not chewing me pen. No, you're not chewing me pen. Or me sleeve. Okay, I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to have to kick him out. Hang on 2 secs. Alright. Back. I have kicked the dog out, which he is not going to be impressed with, and I'm probably going to hear him wanting to come back in the background, if you don't. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to play some word games today. And it's going to be a game that some of you might have heard of, called like Ad-Libs or Mad-Libs. I've heard it called as well. In Australia, I think we mostly just call it a fill in the gap kind of thing. I don't recall in my schooling ever playing the game Ad-Libs, like just filling it in that way. It was mostly just informational, where we did fill in the gaps tasks that way. Anyway, I'm going to play the game at 3 levels. I'm going to play it first at a range of 5 to 8 year olds, but looking at it, it looks super simple, so I'm going to do it 2 ways. I'm going to do it first the suggested way, then I'm going to make up my own words rather than the ones that are in the boxes. Next I'm going to do one that's for kind of 8 to 12 year olds or 9 to 12 year olds, so a bit older. That one I'll probably just do straight. And the last one is actually an adult one, which is going to be in a separate video because it may or may not get a bit inappropriate. So we'll see how that goes. So with all that out of the way, let's get started. So, not that one, go with this one. So all of these games that I'm playing I got for free on the internet, and I will leave links to said games in my description down below. If you've got any suggestions of other word games, whether it's Ad-Libs or if it's another word game that you enjoyed playing as a child or enjoy playing now, then please give me the suggestion. I'd love to continue doing this kind of thing. I've had the idea and I thought, yeah, that might be fun. So we might end up even doing it, so me against some of my viewers. That would be fun too. Okay, so here we go. The suggested one for 5 to 8 year olds is, you can see, rather than giving like adjectives, nouns, all that kind of stuff, it's just got pictures up here which you relate to the spaces here. So pretty simple. It's a story called The Troll Under the Bridge. One day a carrot, in the carrot column we've got pretzel, crayon, clown and flea. I'll go with clown. So one day a clown wanted to cross a bridge over a pond. Under that bridge lived in the butterfly column we've got stinky, sweaty, hunky and tiny. We've got lived a stinky and sweaty troll. Stamp, stomp, stamp. He squeaked, blasted, fainted, slimed. He slimed over the bridge. Sure, we'll leave that one. Slimed over the bridge. Who tramps over my bridge? Yelled the troll. Stop, or I will trick, flip, flush, freeze. I will freeze you. All of a sudden this troll has ice powers. But he had already crossed the bridge. On the next day, a sleepy pretzel, just because I can, wanted to cross the bridge. Stamp, stomp, stamp. He squeaked over the bridge. Who tramps over my bridge? Yelled the troll. Stop, or I will flush you. Oh, never mind. Nobody listens to me anyway. And with that, the troll blasted away. Alright. So, that's using the words that were in the game. So, next one. Same story again. But this time I shall make up my own words. One day a miller wanted to cross a bridge over a pond. Under that bridge lived a slimy. If you can hear the squeaking, then that's Louis dragging his paws down the window so he can come in. Under that bridge lived a slimy, warty, or wart-covered. We'll go with wart-covered. I'll just, you know, defy everything. Wart-covered troll. Stamp, stomp, stamp. I feel like that this sentence is supposed to refer to the miller, but because they've just described the troll, it sounds like the troll is who's going over the bridge. Does anyone else get that feeling? I mean, now my writer-editor person is coming out now that I have to fill in my own blanks. He trampled over the bridge. Who tramps over my bridge? Yelled the troll. Stop or I will sue you. Because the troll now has legal aid. But he had already crossed the bridge. On the next day, a sleepy goat, because we're going for cliches here, wanted to cross the bridge. Stamp, stomp, stamp. He trotted over the bridge because he's a goat. Who tramps over my bridge? Yelled the troll. Stop or I will eat you. No, that's too cliche. Eat's too cliche. Stop or I will wrestle you. Oh, never mind. Nobody listens to me anyway. And with that, the troll slinked away. Alright, so first we've got the version of the story that used the words on the sheet that was suggested. One day a clown wanted to cross over a bridge. Under that bridge lived a stinky and sweaty troll. Stamp, stomp, stamp, he slimed over the bridge. Who tramps over my bridge? Yelled the troll. Stop or I will freeze you. But he had already crossed the bridge. On the next day a sleepy pretzel wanted to cross the bridge. Stamp, stomp, stamp, he squeaked over the bridge. Who tramps over my bridge? Yelled the troll. Stop or I will flush you. Oh, never mind, nobody listens to me anyway. And with that, the troll blasted away. So, just, you know, like Team Rocket, we're blasting off again. Alright, and the one that I filled in my own blanks. One day a miller wanted to cross a bridge over a pond. Under that bridge lived a slimy and wart-covered troll. Stamp, stomp, stamp, he trampled over the bridge. Who tramps over my bridge? Yelled the troll. Stop or I will sue you. But he had already crossed the bridge. On the next day, a sleepy goat wanted to cross the bridge. Stamp, stomp, stamp, he trotted over the bridge. Who tramps over my bridge? Yelled the troll. Stop or I will wrestle you. Oh, never mind, nobody listens to me anyway. And with that, the troll slinked away. So, vote on which one you think's better. Next one we've got is the one that's for, and it's 2 pages, hang on. The one that's for 5 to 8-year-olds, and this one actually has the list of what to put there, like adjective, noun, plural noun, whatever. And the story's on the other page. It instructs me very clearly, do not read the story first. Which I was actually surprised with, because like I said, I'd never done Ad-Libs or Mad Libs before. I'd only done fill in the blank sheets, which is like kind of the 5 to 8-year-old one, where you're just given the words up the top and you fill in the blanks with whatever makes sense. So I'd never done one before where I just got all the words first and then just filled them into the story afterwards. So when I first had this idea, I was going to do one like on the computer and do like an app that had the stories, except it bothered me that I couldn't read the story first. So then I went looking for other options until I worked out that no, that's how Ad-Libs are actually supposed to be done. You're not supposed to read the story first because the story is not supposed to make sense. So, I mean, as a writer and someone who is one of those people that will correct spelling in text messages, yes, I'm one of those people. That really annoyed me. So, I mean, I suppose the judgment of how well this video does in terms of like your responses and comments will be more the judgment of how much I enjoyed this video. So, who knows? Alright, so this is called Internet Inspiration. Adjective, a describing word, will go with playful, and feel free to correct me if that is totally not an adjective. Noun, Danny, we'll go with a name. Noun again, Maria. Adjective, sticky. Verb, Jump, part of the body. Arm, plural noun. Places? A place. The Great Barrier Reef. Because I'm Australian and I'm plugging it even though I've never been there myself. Noun, chips. And number 31. Adjective, fluffy. Another adjective, big. Noun, basket. Adjective, little, because we put big. Verb, run. Noun, home. Alright, let's have a look and see how this works. Okay, I'm just going to go down the list because I'm assuming that that's how you do. Okay, whether chipping away at a playful statue or stitching a patchwork dunny. Crafting is always a labour of Maria. But sometimes the most sticky part of producing art is deciding what to jump next. Luckily, the internet can lend a helping arm. There are plenty of mood boards and photo places online to consult for inspiration. It doesn't matter if you're redesigning the Great Barrier Reef, painting a chips, or hosting a dinner party for 31. The internet will have plenty of fluffy advice. If you're feeling big, you can create your own basket board and inspire dozens of followers with your little designs. With an infinite number of new projects to run, the only challenge will be finding the home to complete them all. Alright. Surprisingly, some of those actually made sense. A lot of them didn't, but hey, I'll read the whole thing out now. Whether chipping away at a playful statue or stitching a patchwork Danny, crafting is always a labour of Maria. But sometimes the most sticky part of producing art is deciding what to jump next. Luckily, the internet can lend a helping arm. There are plenty of mood boards and photo places online to consult for inspiration. It doesn't matter if you're redesigning the Great Barrier Reef, painting your chips, or hosting a dinner party for 31. The internet will have plenty of fluffy advice. If you're feeling big, you can create your own basketball and inspire dozens of followers with your little designs. With an infinite number of new projects to run, the only challenge will be finding the home to complete them all. So, not bad, actually. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't do this very much as a child, and the fact that I'm doing ones made technically for children, I suppose, is having an impact on how fun I think it is. But yeah, like it's not a bad game for kids that age, I would say. I think they definitely get what they bargained for in terms of perhaps they just want to have a bit of fun. Perhaps whoever's giving it to them wants them to learn a little bit about language. Who knows? It's a well-designed game, put it that way. Alright, now, the adult ones.